Hello, people of YouTube. Cynical Bastard coming at you live and direct, possibly erect. You won't know till you get there, but if you get there, you're not going to want to be there. Be sure of that. Freshly shorn head, freshly shorn face, freshly shorn scrotum. Let's go ahead and have a look down there, if I may. How dare you, you filthy freaking animals. You can only catch that on YouTube Red. Alright? It's for looking. Touching's gonna cost you. I have you here today because I'd like to talk to you, rant to you about complaining. Now, I realize that is the ultimate paradoxical contradiction that's ever crossed God's green earth. But I don't know. Stick with me here. Just let me try and get to the point, which is very hard for me in a lot of times because I go on a long diatribe about a lot of things. Let me try and take you there. Really, I'm complaining about people who complain. Not just complaining to complain. I'm complaining about people who complain. People who complain are fucking pussy-ass bitches who really probably just need to take a look onto themselves, because what is there to complain about? Number one, nobody cares about your complaints when it comes right down to it. And number two, nothing ever comes of your complaints, now does it? And number three, there's no reasons to complain anymore in this world. There's all kinds of avenues of complaining. I mean, a main contingent of complaining in this world is complaining about being oppressed. Now, I don't know how you can, the only way you can be oppressed in this world is if you allow yourself to be oppressed, particularly with the day and age that we live in today, because there are so many organizations and people and triggered individuals that will jump all over anybody who wants to just oppress somebody based on what they are and what they look like. That's not a valid complaint anymore. Okay? I mean, if you're an ethnicity, there's so many organizations to jump on somebody who's going to oppress you based directly off of that. That's not a valid point of complaint anymore. There's no one left to oppress you. And if they do, they get swallowed alive by people that aren't okay with that. And I'm not okay with that either. And that's exactly what should happen and what should have always happened. I mean, take a look at this. People, even when an ethnicity is in the wrong, people are still quick to jump and blame the other side. Look at this Juicy Smollett. That's why he created a hate crime that never happened to him, and the world was quick to jump into the conclusion of, it probably happened. That's what happens to ethnic people, ethnicities, black people, brown people, whatever. They've been oppressed for forever, and then, lo and behold, you have a black person who was taking advantage of that. And eventually they came to figure that out. But there's nobody left to oppress anybody based on... I judge not based on the color of your skin, but by the content of your character. Okay? Who cares if I'm white? Who cares if you're black? Who cares if you're Indian? Who cares if you're Mexican? If you want to embody the stereotype that is involved with your certain ethnicity, then I will cognizantly be aware of what you are. Stereotypes, however vitriolic they are a real thing created out of the fact that people have embodied and lived those stereotypes in the world at some point or another. So if you want to embody that stereotype, then you're a piece of garbage and you deserve everything you get. But outside of that, there's nobody left to oppress ethnicities anymore. And who would do such a thing at this point? The minority, really, if you think about it, are the people oppressing minorities based off the fact that they're a minority. Whoa. if I had a laptop that didn't cost $150 and was able to do anything in this world, I would have created a like mind-blown graphic right here. So just imagine like the universe exploding and a da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. You could just figure that into your own imagination. You'll be having a much better time and understand where I'm coming from. So really, and here's another weird thought. The minority now are the people that hate. So is it just for us to hate that minority based off of the way they act? It's just a question for you to ponder. My answer is yes. If you're just a hateful person, then I hate you for hating. But again, that is an ultimate paradox, because they're the minority now. If you're still misjudging people just based off of the fact that they're a minority, you're a minority. That's not a thing anymore. And that's exactly how it should be. You know who else loves to complain, and you ladies know that you do, and that's women. And complaints that I can't stand from a woman is from a hot woman as well, because for a good-looking people in general, I mean, I would know, clearly. The world is laid out at our feet. You understand? I can't even keep a straight face for that. But good-looking people are just... They look to please good-looking people based just off the fact that they're topically attractive. And for them to then have complaints that with the world laid out at their feet as it is, but I'm so much more than that, but I have more to give. Well, you should, okay? Because if you're just a pretty person with nothing else to offer but prettiness in the world, that's only going to take you so far, and your looks are only going to last you for a short amount of time. If you take a look, if you go and search in YouTube ASMR, you'll find my video about ASMR about fourth down from the page, which is the previous video that I added to this YouTube page. If you'd like to go take a look at that, just throwing that out there. But one of the top searches in there is a lady who's doing ASMR with breasts about the size of my head. And of course, she has 15 million views on that video. Now, I will leave you to have 3 guesses as to why she does, and that the first 2 guesses do not count. Okay? There's so much complaining in job situations as well. Particularly, I've worked retail for the better half of my life because I am a lazy bum who never lived up to my own potential. I mean, quite frankly, a rhesus monkey could do the job that I do and would probably serve the financial means to an end for a store even better, because here's a free idea for you stores of the world. Get a monkey and hire him and have him walk around in a tiny little vest assisting customers, because holy shit, if I knew of a store with a monkey that was part of its employees, I would just go there for the sheer fact of seeing the monkey. And then you have me in the store for the monkey, and then I'll probably buy something, particularly if a monkey's right by there and he goes, you should probably buy this. I've made the monkey now a talking monkey. I've always dreamt of having a monkey myself as my little best friend and partner in crime, and together we would blend to take over the country and become president and monkey vice president, or he could have or vice versa. It wouldn't matter to me, and gradually we would take over the world. I forget what I'm talking about now because I got too excited about a monkey. Oh yeah, people complain about their job in retail, for Christ's sake. Complain about the fact that you haven't lived up to your potential, and you're there now, but at the same time, be good at whatever you're involved in. You're there now, be the best at it. Stop complaining about it. Stop worrying about what other people are doing. Look unto yourself, and that is the basic moral of this story. Stop complaining, look to yourself first, If you want something done right, do it yourself. Take care of yourselves and each other.